All right, here we go. Game number 1 of a fresh series. This is the KSL Summer Slam. It's the grand finals between two superstars. Spawning up in the top right for Dragon Kitesy Gaming. His name is appropriate because he is the final boss. It is Dark. And his opponent, spawning down in the bottom left, the 4th race for Onside Gaming. Give it up for Maru in the blue. And it is going to be Ancient Cistern to start things off. This is a great map for Zerg. No way around it. And it's a best of 7. So no maps are vetoed. We're going to have Altitude. We're going to have Ancient Cistern. We're going to have Babylon. We're going to have Dragon Scales. We're going to have Neo-Humanity. But both players, they kind of transcend map balance or imbalance. They don't care. They're just good. They're just absolute monsters. Now, taking a look at their historical matchups, they are so close. Maru is 23 and 22 in series, Dark and 77 and 72 in maps. So it is a 1 series advantage currently for Maru, and it is a 5 map advantage. That is so even. I am beyond pumped for this, and it's going to be 3 Racks Reaper. Okay. I like this very much on the map. Ancient Cistern, it is definitely a good map for Zerg. So, why not come out of the gate firing with a 3 Racks Reaper now? Dark did send the Overlord straight across the map, which means he will be able to see that there is no expansion. And that is good news for him. It's going to let him know that there will be a 3 Racks a little bit earlier than he otherwise would see. Maru, he doesn't need that 3rd depot right away, but I suppose he just wants to build it early so he doesn't have to build it while he's microing, which is kind of fine. That makes sense. 3rd base coming on up here. Fortunately for Dark, he did build Ling Speed first. He's going to see the lack of an expansion, and he's going to lose that base for sure. It will not be able to finish Maru. Very surprising that he's focusing this base right away, but I suppose he wants to get a very early cancel. Of course, he is going to expand behind this. This is not like a 5 Racks Reaper. He's not a crazy person. No grenades being used, but he'll still take this down very quickly. And Dark, yeah, there's the cancel. I feel like Dark's kind of happy, though, to take as much time as he did. Dark really prioritized Ling Speed, so it's going to finish up about 10 seconds earlier than normal. How much? 322? 322, so about 8 seconds earlier than normal. He's going to go for the grab. Maru is on the top of a ramp here and he will be able to slip out. Dark, though, does get us around. Wow. Can't believe he got even that 1 Reaper. Oh, he's going for the attack again. No grenades being used just yet. Dark will be able to grab 3 Reapers in total so far. He's losing a lot of Lings for it, but he really wants to shut this down. And Dark is actually getting so many Reapers. Maru, is that the first grenade he throws? Okay, he's used 3 grenades. Stim is going to get canceled. It just started. Oh, is it? I think Dark can get this, yeah. Oh, never mind. Okay. That's going to be fine. Well, fair enough. Yeah, that was still a lot of DPS. 3 Reapers. I thought Dark was going to commit on that, but it's probably a mature decision that he didn't. Okay, who comes out ahead here? I'm actually not sure. That was a big commitment to Lings, but he shoved Maru off the map. How many Reapers were made in total? It was 8. And most of them did get taken down. It's a rather quick transition into Factory and Starport. We do see a single engineering bay coming on down, so this will most likely go into a 2-base push. Dark is taking this line 3rd, and of course it was delayed, but because he was on 2 bases and he built a bunch of Lings to go hunting for those Reapers, it's kind of fine. Baneley Nest coming on in behind this from Dark. Maru. Oh, Reapers leading the charge a little bit. This is a weird little push out. I guess he's trying to force out a bunch of units. Dark's already on 52 drones. But obviously, if you're defending against a 2-base push, you'd love to be right up to 60. 60 or even 63, depending on how many gases you take. Scan will come down. Stim is done, so Dark can't just jump on this army without really committing hard. Oh, Creep Tumor Snipe attempted. Not going to be able to go down. Very greedy move from Maru. And Dark punishes it. Snipes down 2 of the Reapers. And he also didn't even get one of those tumors. So Maru seems like he is definitely trying to set up for a push that will utilize this low ground location. But Dark, well, he's dealing with it. He's dealing with it very well so far. Dark, ooh, double Evo chamber. As well as that layer and a macro hatch. Macro hatch on 3 bases. I think he's identified what Maru is going for.
A creep tumor is under attack.
Maru, no combat shields yet, no +1, but he does have a lot of Marines and these medevacs here. Queen's going to be transfused. Ooh, drones. A couple of them are going to fall. Nice job so far from Dark. Maru with the double stim. So these Marines are not going to be able to stand up too well. Oh, Dark gets the medevac, and it's the full one. Very nicely done from Dark. That's a huge pickoff. And now Dark Maru can't really deny creep. Oh, man. That is actually such a gigantic pickoff. That was a third of the army supply at that moment, basically. Now Maru will be able to clear up a bunch of creep on the left side, and he does join up with more medevacs, but still no combat shield, so he has to lift up, even with the +1 weapons. Well, yeah, not going to really happen. Dark doing a good job of staying on top of everything so far. Maru, not going to be able to find any purchase in the main base, and the creep is being respread here. First push from Maru is coming on forward. There is a 3rd command center, and there is more, more infrastructure. We're getting the 2-1 upgrade set up. Dark doesn't have Bane speed, doesn't have 1-1 yet. Ooh, he's adding Burrow, though. Oh, I love that so much. Siege tanks on the low ground are going to make defending this base, well, they're going to make it so that Dark doesn't even try. Maru, good job getting away from those broodlings, making sure the tanks don't friendly fire, and even unsiege the tanks. So just good job. Good job. Doing the little things right. Maru going to rotate up to the top side. He wants to deny this base again. Ooh, can he get this creep tumor? He will. Oh, siege tank on a bad rally will go down. That's actually a huge loss. Maru getting into a good position with the tanks, but they're going to get taken down, and the queens in the main base prevent the unload. So Dark gets an amazing cleanup, knocks out 3 tanks, and checks the move from Maru. That was extremely good for Dark. And in fact, now Dark is trading cost efficiently. Maru, okay, I was going to say, I see him looking at the minimap here, on the minimap, and he is sieging up Liberator on the right side. There's no Spore Crawler here. This will find a little bit of damage. Ooh, and as the queens get drawn out of position, that will allow Dark to unload in the main base. But it's a pretty small drop, and Dark does have the upgrade advantage. Maru will get pushed back. Liberator did get taken down. Good job from Dark. Oh, was that a queen that just got picked off? I think it might have been. Still, I like this position very much for Dark. Maru, oh, he's getting a little bit too far forward. Didn't expect Dark to be there, but Dark, oh, he doesn't quite have enough. And the Banelings, a lot of them splashed on this one tank. Still, I very much like this position for Dark at the moment. Maru's not building more SCVs. He's pretty dedicated on 3 bases for now. And siege tank positions are not so great. One tank going down very quickly. Second one gets a good shot on the Banelings. But on its own, that's not enough. And Dark breaks the position. He's going to drive Maru back. Can Maru even hold the 3rd base? I don't think so. There's no wall here. Siege tank sieges up late. Target fire on the Banelings is good. But it is not going to be enough. The Marines unload into a lot of Banelings. Dark's going to run Maru over in game number 1. The SCV hot pickup is good, but I don't think there's enough. I don't think there's enough for Maru to hold, and even though Dark starts to retreat, Maru knows he can't come back. Dark takes game number 1 in impressive fashion. All right, here we go. Spawning up to the top left for Dragon Kites Gaming, it is Dark. In the red. And his opponent spawning down in the bottom right for Onside Gaming, it's Maru. In the blue. And it feels like every time Maru tried to get set up, it was Dark who was the one who was jumping on top of him. It happened with the very first Reaper setup. You know, there was like 6 Reapers in the middle of the map, and even though that looked like it shouldn't have gone well for Dark, Dark was the one who was initiating on top of Maru multiple times. And sometimes being the one who takes the initiative is all the difference. And that's all you need to do. Now, this is kind of weird from Dark. Maybe anticipating a proxy 2 racks or a proxy 3 racks, he goes for a pull first, which, especially on a map like Dragon Scales, if it's going to be the Roach Warren play, the like 5 Roach play that Dark is just so in love with, I don't know. I feel like, especially with a 2 racks Reaper play, it's going to be really good. However, this is not 2 racks Reaper. This is a low ground 1 racks, and it's going to be Marine first. Oh boy, this could be bad news, and it is the Roach Warren. Uh-oh. Big uh-oh here. Maru, no SCV Scout, Marine first, which means no Reaper. He will be able to probably kill this Overlord, which actually could, like, handicap or handcuff this build, because you want to spend every mineral on these early Roaches, but Dark's going to see this, and he's going to be like, oh, baby. And with the barracks lifting, that means no production of units for a little bit. Now, obviously, that supply block really hurts Dark, but he's going to have the Overlord that he built replacing this. He's going to be able to pop out Roaches from the natural. Okay, Bunker does start up for Maru. That is, well, that is a necessity. Without that, he's dead. So, good. That's good that he builds that bunker. I really do. Yeah, he would just be straight up dead. But with the Overlord going down now this is a really good situation for Maru, I feel like. Because there's not going to be any ability to Corrosive Bile and slowly pick away at this. Ooh, this is going to go into a 2... Well, actually, okay, I thought this was a 2-1-1 before. But versus Cyril, he ended up doing something different, which was Fast Cloaked Banshee. But the second barracks allowed him to still get a quick stim. Now, Dark is going to see that there's 4 Marines here, and he's going to be like, crap. This is a pretty good bunker, isn't it? And with no high ground vision... Okay, there we go. I like that he pulls the second Overlord over here, because that's going to allow him to clip away at this bunker. There is no siege tanks here. Once... Oh, he loses 1 SCV. Once the supply depot goes down, Dark can just run by. And I think I would like to see that. But he's anticipating more units. Dark did get supply blocked there a little bit. Dark putting these Ravagers just in a... Oh, nice job. Ravagers in position on top of the barracks. And we'll be able to slowly Corrosive Bile down the supply depot. And actually, I think he kills it eventually. That will supply block Maru. Maru's not producing anything at the moment. Did he just drop a depot top hat? He did, and it did not unblock him. Oh, no, it did. It did unblock him. Okay. It took a moment. Wow, that's weird. It took a moment for it to, like, show up on the supply. Reactor will get taken down. This is a really great pressure out of Dark. The only unit he's lost is that early Overlord. And Siege Tank is coming on in. A lot of lost mining time for Maru as well. So Dark is actually out mining Maru by a significant amount. This is only 2 CCs. two, like, this is actually so good for Maru here, or for Dark here. Maru, I think he built a third barrier or bunker. Sheesh. Was that a scouting SCV that just went down too? Or was that, no, I think that was on the other side. Dark did get supply blocked with the loss of that Overlord, but he had a couple ready to replace. He's on 4 gases. He's not going to go mutas, right? He could. He could go mutas. The one thing I will say for Dark right here is he does not have creep spread of any meaningful amount or value. And Maru does build a third command center, starts up the double engineering bay at the natural. I really feel like Dark maximized the crap out of the value there. Like, that was way more value than I expected him to be able to get with that. Very well done. Oh, thank you. Maru doesn't forget the +1 armor. You might be confused. I'm referencing another series that he played against Solar, where he forgot the +1 armor twice. But he doesn't forget it this time. Also, it is worth noting Dragon Scales is going to be a pretty good map for going for like a 1-1 roach push. And I feel like that's what Dark is gearing up for here. He's already on 60 drones. He's going to be able to get up to 66 very shortly. And he's already on 6 gases. Well, will be momentarily, basically. I'm pretty sure he's rallying the drones into these gases. Double drop into the main base, but fortunately for Dark, he's got creep watching this location. Got to be careful with the Ravagers, but, well, he will lose a couple of drones. 3 drones going down. Good job from Maru. Snipes down a couple of drones. Dark. He's... Okay, there we go. Gonna get himself back up to... well, not even back up to... He never actually touched 66 drones yet. Oh, look at this Viking. Oh, that's so nice. Now, the Marines would have killed off the Tumors anyways and would have gotten a cancel. But killing off all this creep is a very nice situation here for Maru. However, this 1-1 roach push is going to hit like a truck. It's going to hit like a truck. Oh my god. It's going from worse to worse. Yeah, this is going to be a tough push to hold. Dark, a little bit supply block, but he's already at his ideal drone count. Obviously, getting a larva capped doesn't feel good, but it's not the worst thing. Scan comes down. We'll find a little bit of creep. Ooh, nice job from Maru. Going to be able to burn through the roaches. Finding a bunch of Ravagers here. That is some amazing pickoffs for Maru. Oh, man. Oh, man. Cost him a few Marines, but killing 4 Ravagers and 2 Roaches and an Overlord to boot. That is great. That is great stuff. This Viking, by the way, up at 5 kills. 3 of them were Creep Tumors, granted. Oh, he sees the Ravager morph in the main base. No bunkers at the 3rd. And how many tanks do we have? 5 tanks. They need to be kind of respread here. Okay, yeah. I was just going to say I would love to see one in the corner here. This looks very scary. Dark coming in across a broad front. SCV's being pulled immediately. He needs to do this to buy time for the tanks. On the left side, things going pretty well for Maru to start things off, but he loses a tank on the right. Another one going to go down. Oh, 2 more tanks going down. Uh-oh. Maru getting dragged out of position with the Marines. Dark executing this very well. And he's going to find another tank as well. I think this might just be over. There is a lot of Marines here. The Marines actually might be enough. It's a huge supply deficit. Oh, and another tank going down in the natural. So many tanks have fallen. 40 Marines, though, on the field. How many medevacs do we have? Only 4. If there was like 8 or 10 medevacs, he might just be able to sustain through this. He's going to step into the army. Will target down a bunch of the Ravagers, but it's going to cost him a lot of Marines, too. Oh, and Dark will push Maru off the 3rd base. A lot of SCVs were killed at the very outset of this, too, which is something that still makes this very difficult. And now Dark can transition. Maru, it's impressive that he holds, and his 2-2 is going to complete. Corrosive Biles will find another siege tank. So many tanks have gone down, 6 tanks. But fortunately for Maru, he's on double factory. He can rebuild tanks. Does need to rebuild SCVs though too. How many is he on? Well, actually, hang on. With only needing 8 SCVs in the main base, he's almost able to fully saturate off 4 gas, what is effectively 2.5 bases. Maru going to try and counterattack here a little bit. Dark does have some more roaches. And it is going to be 2-2. No +1 melee. Man, Dark is just so far ahead in supply. Oh, Changeling spots the army.
Forces are under attack.
Corrosive Bile, who does clip a Marine. Couple of Marines getting clipped by the Biles. Maru is really in trouble here, but he is going to find a couple of units on a bit of a bad rally from Dark. He needs a lot of those types of pickoffs to have a chance here. What's the siege tank count at right now? It's at 5. 3 of them very clumped up. SCVs being pulled. Ravagers, not enough of them to take down the tanks. The tank's actually getting some really good shots against the roaches. Hang on. This is going pretty well for Maru. 20 SCVs do go down, though. The upgrades are what are keeping Maru in this game. But if we look at the army value, he is actually way ahead right now. However, as 26 roaches finish up, that will change. But that was great for Maru. I know you're looking at the supplies, and I am too. And you're saying, there's no way. You've got to look at the supply. But you've also got to look at the upgrades. You also got to look at the mobility. Best case scenario for Dark right now, or for Maru, I think, is to try and force a base trade. And, oh, he might be able to do so. Oh, he's going to target down the Roach Warren. That's great. If he could kill the spawning pool as well, that would be really nice. It would fully reset the tech. This is a lot of roaches coming in here. It is going to be enough to push this back. Meanwhile, Ravagers on the other side. Oh, I'm not sure what happened here exactly. I saw it on the minimap, but I didn't see the initial startup. Oh, Queens. Finding one of the medevacs. Going to find another one. Oh, that was actually 3 of the medevacs. Well, that actually kind of takes all the wind out of Maru's sails. He still got a chance, but he just kind of got cut off at the knees there a little bit. And 2-2 has completed for Dark. Maru will complete his +3 weapons in the next, like 10 seconds. Maybe 12:55, give or take. The timer on the right doesn't quite match up with the timer on the left. Yeah, 12:55. So 14 seconds is about 10. We're going to see a big stim coming on in. Good positioning on the tanks. Ravagers a little bit late to the fight. SCV pull. Will it be enough to keep those tanks alive? There's a lot of Ravagers in the back, but the Marines are going to do pretty well against them. Dark is going to just fall on his face. Maru with the hold. Oh, man. What a brilliant hold from Maru. The siege tank positioning was amazing. Now the army supplies are almost dead even. Maru, he loses 11 more SCVs. Doesn't matter. He holds. The counterattack is going to probably kill the 5th base. What a ridiculous hold from Maru. And I say Dark fell on his face. That was a misspeak, really. I meant to say, Maru with the hold. Dark does still have a lot of roaches here. Maru's got to be careful, but the siege tanks are in such a great position. Dark should give up this base. I really don't think he can hold it, but there's not a lot of Marines. However, it is now 3-3 versus 2-2, and Lings are going to be pretty ineffective. Big flank coming in from Dark. He's going to try and get in on top of these tanks. Oh, he's able to get them eventually, but it costs him a lot. And now Maru is up 10 army supply. What a game number 2. Dark trying to transfuse out the hatch, not able to keep it alive. Another tank does go down, but Maru will retreat out with the majority of the Marines. This game is still so close. It is a 30-worker lead for Dark. Dark could have just given up the base and it would have been fine. Maru lifting the main command center, sending it over to the 3rd. He's only mining off 2 gas right now. Maru cannot afford to replenish gas units easily. So losing tanks is a big deal. Dark has finished up the Ling upgrade, the +1 melee, but he's still down 3 upgrades on Lings. So they get cooked by the bio of Maru, by the Marines. However, now Bane speed is completed, which will give Dark the opportunity to still fight this. And the economies have been in the favor of Dark for a while. Maru adding on more barracks. He's going up to 7 barracks. This is really funny. Scan going to find both creep tumors, both active tumors. Dark is on 4 bases. He's finally getting into 2-3 upgrades. But for now, he is way behind in the upgrades. And these are +2 tanks as well. Vipers are going to come in from the left. Oh, blinding clouds could be huge. This could still shut down the entire army. One blinding cloud's going to be good to snipe on the Vipers, though. Very good. Only one Viper gets its spells off. Parasitic Bomb is ineffective. So much firepower from Maru, and he is going to get some huge work done. Bailey's trying to crash in, but there's not enough for Dark. Maru will lose this one tank. Dark able to corrosive violet down, but Maru is mostly killed off this army. The micro of Maru is going to make it happen here in game number 2. Dark was in the lead. Almost cracked Maru, but Maru held on, counterattacked, and now has his opponent on the ropes. Dark doesn't want to throw in the towel, but he is on half the army supply of his opponent. He's way down in army value. And Maru, with the 3-3 upgrades, with the tenacity, is looking to even the scoreline. Dark really doesn't want to throw in the towel, but he loses one base, he's going to lose another, and he's going to lose so many drones. And there's just no coming back from that. A couple of tanks will get taken down, but even just the small number of reinforcements from Maru push this back. And I think we can say, beyond a shadow of a doubt at this point, that Maru has done it. All roads lead to 8 racks. God, what an impressive showing. Dark, I mean, I don't know what he's hoping for at this point. No miracle is going to get him through this one, and GG gets called. Maru turns it around. What a game. All right, here we go. Spawning down in the bottom left for Dragon Kitesy Gaming. So close to closing that one out, but he wasn't quite able to do so. It is Dark in the blue. And his opponent climbing back out of a gigantic pit to win that game number 2. It is Onside Gaming's Maru in the red. God, how does he do it? He's so good. Man. Now, I will say there's a couple of things Dark could have done differently, because even after that big attack across the broad front that Maru held, and the supplies were pretty close to even, and they were even for a moment. If Dark had instead gone for, well, first of all, if he'd chilled out after he did a bunch of damage, let's say he, even without changing the strategic aspects, actually, let's talk about that. So if Dark chills and gives up the 5th base in the middle, I think he's probably fine. I think he's probably fine, especially with him transitioning into Bane speed, getting into the +1 melee, eventually getting into the Hive, adding on the Vipers. Even at the very end, that battle on the 4th base, if Maru doesn't snipe the Vipers and they get their blinding clouds, like, 5-6 blinding clouds all land on the tanks and bio, I think Dark might still take it down. But something else Dark could have potentially done, because Maru was so on the back foot, is Dark stays on Roach Ravager, gets up into Hive, but adds on Burrow, Tunneling Claws, and 3-3 for the Viper, or for the Roach Ravager. And, 3-4 Roaches slipping into the natural, slipping into the 3rd, when Maru is in such a bad position economically, would have really hamstrung his opponent. But I don't want to be critical, because that was just a banger of a game across the whole thing. And I am just so happy and lucky to be able to commentate these gods of StarCraft 2. All right. Reeling it back in. 2 racks Reaper. Once again, this will be the 3 Reaper version. Maru. Going to get into the natural here with this first Reaper, and he's going to look for a little something. Second gas in the main base, so the build order from Maru is probably going to be a quick factory behind this, which means it's probably going to be a quick through CC. However, 2 Marines being built. Usually we see Marine production being cut. Oh, okay, he wants... okay. He wants to kill this Overlord. He wants to deny information. Now... this does expose you a little bit to a Ling Bane all-in. A little bit. But
SCV ready.
I don't think we're going to see that. Dark is... well, first of all, he stopped mining gas entirely, which kind of disables the Ling Bane all-in. By the way, Reaper's getting into the main base. Going to be able to grab a drone and just get on out of there. That is very nice for Maru. Overlord will get taken down. Ooh, the Marines, they will pay for this with their life. Oh, look at that. Dark even microing back one of the Lings here. Dark does get to see the timing on the Tech Lab and Reactor. Maru, I really like what he's doing here with the... oh, wow. Dark able to dodge the Reapers almost incidentally. Oh. Could he have taken the fight there? The Reapers weren't really close to a cliff, so maybe. But he wants to kill them now. Okay, and he is going to get on the low ground and the high ground. Should be able to get the surround. Oh, the Reapers, they do grease their way up. But they're still going to get run down here. Oh, not even able to get to the high ground there. Oof. Third command center does finish up. It will be the Hellion Liberator version of this. So if it was a Ling Bane all-in, Hellions would have been a good choice. But... obviously, like I said, it's a moot point because we didn't see it anyways. All right, now what are we going to be seeing behind all this? Well, a lot of creep spread. This is altitude. This is Zerg paradise. And once again, mentioned it in game number 1 with the, you know, this being a best of 7. No vetoes. You can't veto the maps you don't like. And there are a couple of maps for Zerg, specifically Ancient Cistern and Altitude, that are really tough to play as Terran. But Altitude, in a weird way, is almost better for Maru than Ancient Cistern because you can set up a really strong turtle defense on this map. And of course, Maru, one of the things he's known for is the late game. Doesn't mean he's going to have an easy time. Oh, Liberator in the main base will get dealt with. Hellions trying to go for the drive-by onto the third base. The Lings... well, actually not able to get the best surface area, so pretty good micro from Maru. Actually, great micro from Maru. Able to find some good value. And Maru actually adding on 2 more Hellions. Okay, I was just going to say, is this going to be a Hellbat push? And the answer is yes. This armory is too early to be anything else. So it's going to be Marine, Medevac, Hellbat. And despite what Artosis says about Hellbats being the worst units ever, they've got utility, especially in a push like this. Maru really wants to cancel on his base. He will get it. And he gets away before the Queens show up. So the Medevacs do stay pretty high on HP. How many... yeah, it's going to be at least 7 Hellbats here. I do like that Maru's kept them hidden. This is a little bit of a mind game play. Little bit. Now, Baneling Nest is done. Dark lost his 4th base there for a moment. And he did lose a lot of creep in the middle. Where are... I'm surprised we're not seeing either a repair on these Hellions or, like, just going. I don't mind taking the time to repair up the Hellions, but it seems like this is not going to turn into a Hellbat push now. Did he see a Baneling Nest or something? Like, what caused him to kind of abandon this plan? If he has abandoned it. Oh, I guess he did see the Baneling Nest. Oh. That was a very loud Widowmine noise. Okay, here comes the Hellions on the left side. 7 Hellions. So it's just going to be more of like a standard Hellbat push timing. He waited for combat shields and 1-1. Maru, of course, going to be very important that he remembers his 2-2 right away. But he's getting into Widow Mines behind all this. Ooh, Mine's going to join up. Dark is able to see them, and he's able to keep the creep alive. There is that Hellbat push on the left side. Baneling speed is going to complete. And that will, of course, give them the 5 HP boost. That is a nice spread on the Hellbats. Oh, this is looking so deadly, actually. This base is absolutely going to fall. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, the drop from earlier, finding a good amount of value. Oh, good spread from Dark, but unfortunately, the Widow Mines did track on the one clump of units. And Dark, he is in some big trouble here on altitude. Maru really getting a lot of value out of this 1-2 punch, the Hellbat Marine and the Widow Mine Marine. Dark can still stabilize and still make something happen because it's altitude and because he's got great creep spread in the middle. But he lost his 5th base. He lost a lot of units there. That was a really cost-efficient play for Maru. And now his creep spread's going to get clipped back. The watchtower makes it difficult to engage in here. Ooh. Oh, that Baneling gets a big connection, but the Widow Mine's getting some good connections as well. Dark not able to get a Mine Drag the way he wants to, and now this drop moving through the middle. Dark doesn't have enough. Maru runs him over in game number 3. Maru building a lot of momentum here. Very well done. All right, here we go. Game number 4. Spawning up at the top left for Dragon Kitesy Gaming, it is Dark. In the red. And his opponent spawning down in the bottom right for Onside Gaming, it is Maru. In the blue. And this is Neo Humanity. Yeah, this is bad news bears for Dark here. Is Dark going to come out with something a little bit funky? That is a good question. Maru putting the barracks very far forward. Like, really far forward. Weirdly far forward, in fact. And I don't really know why. He also put the supply depot far forward. Okay, this is fine. Oh, this actually, I guess... Does this protect the add-ons more? Not... Well, no. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does protect the add-ons more. Okay. Cool. Dark going to be opening up Gasless, which is his... Well, it is his weapon of choice on Neo Humanity specifically. He loves doing this. Now, is Maru going to try and punish the 3rd base take here? Dark? Ooh, that's cute. That's cute. I like that. He says, hey, I'm going to check on proxy racks locations. And I really like checking up to the top side here because Maru could easily have put proxy racks just out of vision of the watchtower with this all in mind. So I like that little extra attention to detail. Dark is going to see this. He's going to be like, oh. Wall a little far forward, huh? What you got on the mind? Now Dark. Well, he's going to be happy to see that it is the 2 racks Reaper. This is kind of like a soft counter. I always get a little bit surprised that we don't see like a bunker rush on the 3rd base because it is a big dedication for the Zerg to take that 3rd. Like, canceling it really sets you behind when you're going gasless. Oh, Dark. Losing a drone. Oh, my God. Choking on my words. Tries to get the wraparound. Not able to do so. Reactor to start up immediately. So this... Oh, it's a fake. Oh, my God. It's a fake out. The mind games from Maru. He shows the quick reactor, but it is a fast 3rd CC. Oh, so you see that fast reactor as... I'm going to think, and I'm guessing Dark is probably thinking the same thing, that this is probably going to be a big, quick follow-up. But it is not. It is high economy. Maru rotating out the Reapers here. Able to trade out... Okay, it's only 1 lane. Still, I like the move. It's a good one. Dark will mine out the minerals behind this location. And it's going to allow him to get over here. Ooh. Reapers into the main base. Not going to be able to get too much done. Dark. Okay, he did get in with the second Overlord, and he saw the third command center. That's big. Ah, man. You just can't fool Dark, can you? He's going to figure it out. He's going to figure it out. Oh, nice job from Dark. Gets the kill on one of these Reapers. Maru does the same move twice. Gets away with it. Third time. Nuh-uh. Not this time. Good job from Dark to get the punish. Dark, the thing about this setup is it puts you into such a good position economically, this gasless play. And, oh, how long was he not mining for that? He misses out. I think he missed the drone rally. I think he missed out on like 40 gas, give or take, maybe. Ooh, Maru will be able to snipe down 2 of these creep tumors. Good job. He did see the other creep tumor start up, but he decided not to go back in for it because, yeah, he only has the 2 Reapers, and there was 2 Queens here. Layer behind us. I expect this will be another 1-1 Roach push from Dark, and it's going to be tough to deal with. Neo-Humanity, this is probably your best play as a Zerg player on this map. There's the double Evo. Look at the worker count, by the way. We're already up to 61 drones at the 5-minute mark. God, gasless is good. Gasless is good. Like, this is almost a minute ahead of where you normally are as the Zerg player. This is ridiculous. Now, Maru did go for... like, he's got a pretty good setup himself, but it's just that Dark's start is so ridiculous, so strong. And he's going to take the base in the middle of the map. It's going to enable him to build more Ravagers if he's so inclined with his big push. Maru, double medevac drop in the main base. There will be Roaches and a couple of Queens, but this is actually not a lot of Roaches here. Oh, Dark needs more. Okay, that should be enough. Yeah. And he even kills a Marine. Yeah, that's actually... that's kind of a freebie for Dark there. Maru tries to snipe down a Roach, does get one. Cost him just 1 more Marine, so still better trade than nothing. And he will target down a creep tumor. These are all small potatoes pickoffs, but they're valuable on both sides. Now, will Maru be able to hold this base? He's setting up for a wall. Dark going to be knocking down both sets of rocks here. This is interesting. I don't know that you want to take down these rocks. I don't know if I like that move, but I definitely like taking these down in order to speed up reinforcements. But taking down these rocks, so let's say Dark does a bunch of damage and then backs away, which is a very real possibility. Speaking of which, there is a lot of gas here. 11 Ravagers getting fired up. How many siege tanks do we have? This is, oh my god, this is a great defensive setup from Maru. 2 tanks in the back, 3 bunkers coming up. There's only 3 tanks on the field at the moment, so he needs this extra static defense. Also, Maru adding a 4th command center. I don't know. The other thing is, Dark, well, he goes up to 72 drones, which is a pretty nice count. Does definitely want to add an extra drone onto this gas. It's worth 2 drones of mining. 1 bunker getting taken down very quickly. The tanks are really far back, so they actually don't add too much firepower initially. 2 of the bunkers going down very quickly. Maru. This looks really scary. He's already getting supply blocked from losing these walls. 2-2 is actually faster or equivalently sped for Dark. Yeah, Dark supply blocking Maru into the Stone Age here. 3 depots, that's not even going to be enough to unblock him. Yeesh. Oh, Corrosive Biles finding the opening in the middle. will be a Ravager for a tank, which is obviously good for the Zerg, especially in the context of this game. But Dark already has the Infestation Pit done. Hive on the way. Baneling Nest on the way. Pathogen Glands, Lane Speed, and that 2-2. I wouldn't even mind a third Evo for the +1 melee as well. Another depot goes down. Maru is unblocked now. Did he drop any depot top hats? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Ooh, triple drop on the left side. Dark does see it. And he's got queens and, at the moment, slowlings. Not really what you want to deal with this. But the queens are enough. Queens are enough. Maru does clear up a little bit of creep in the middle. We got a double expand coming in from Dark. And, ooh, Corrosive Biles do connect on one of the medevacs. Or two of the medevacs. But it's only one bile. So it's not the worst. Maru does have a fourth command center as an orbital here. Viper coming on in as well as those infestors. Oh, cute little move from Maru. Just drops down, grabs a single tumor, and gets on out of there. Vikings being added on. They're going to be the answer for now to the Vipers. He knows that Dark is probably getting into Hive. So I really like those Vikings being added on. 2-2 nearly completed for both players. There's that +1 melee. Should see the +3 Carapace pretty much right away. Dark almost has the Bane speed done as well. He might try and go for a big smash attack on this base, but there is a lot of tanks. Corrosive Biles. Well, they're going to get dodged. Yeah, that's way too many tanks to attack into. That is a nightmarish number of tanks for a Zerg player. Neo-Humanity really is such a good map for turtling, and I like that Dark adds on the Spire. He's going to try and go for a Broodlord transition, if I had to guess. Siege Tank getting some big shots on these roaches here. Corrosive Biles finding another tank. Nice job. Ooh, and he's going to take down the sensor tower, perhaps. Yes. Good job. Maru. Oh, I don't know about this. He's trying to stim forward, but I suppose there was enough tanks to cover him. He's got a ton of medevacs, so it's kind of fine. Dark adding on a Nidus Worm as well as that Greater Spire. Maru just now getting the Ghost Academy. He's really trying to secure this middle base, and Dark is trying to delay Maru being able to take that. Ooh, scan comes down. Does see the Infestor. I like knocking down these rocks here, and I like Dark also taking down these rocks to say, hey, I can still move through. Maru is doing a good job of slow expanding. Ooh, but Viper's coming in from the side here. They are going to be able to drop a couple of blinding clouds on the frontline tanks. And Dark hitting his timing as Maru tries to take the fifth. Finding a lot of these siege tanks here, but Maru will hold for the moment. And it's only 4 SCVs going down. Still, I do like this very much for Dark. And now the Broodlords, if they come in, they could just be the final nail in the coffin. I wonder if we will see those Broodlords added in. We've got a Nidus Worm in the main base, but good job from Maru. He was on top of it. Ghosts do get scouted. And you know what? There are Vikings. 4 Vikings might be enough to make Dark feel like the Broodlord transition is not the wave. Corrosive Biles do find another tank. Dark is really good at finding these pickoffs. Gets a sensor tower as well. That does re-blind Maru. Dark is on 1, 2, 3 upgrades in a moment, but Maru also on 3, 3 for his buy. We do see a big attack coming in through the middle. Not a ton of tanks here. Corrosive Biles being placed, I would say, pretty nicely, but Maru doing a great job of dodging. And speaking of dodging, Maru somehow has only lost 8 SCVs despite the constant aggression from Dark. Oh, Ling's going to slip into the natural, but oh, they actually switched targets onto a siege tank. And Dark kind of forces Maru to rotate. Meanwhile, he gets in onto the right side with a ton of Ling Bane and now finds a bunch of SCVs burrowing into the natural. We are going to see fungal growth on a lot of the ghosts. How many ghosts just went down? Actually, not that many. 2 ghosts. 2 ghosts. Okay, it looked like it was a lot worse. Ooh, but 2 orbital commands. Nope, actually just 1. Okay, the other two were lifted. Good job. Good job. Oh, man, that was a violent attack from Dark. Maru does hold, but he loses a lot of key units, and I really feel like now is the time to keep hammering your opponent. Sensor tower. Oh, look at that missile turret going to get swamped here. Ooh, that command center will go down. Corrosive Biles hitting on the medevacs. Meanwhile, Nidus Worm in the natural. There are a bunch of Lings in here, and SCVs are not going to cut it. This has way too much armor, and the Lings will flood out. The SCVs are going to get massacred if they don't run away, and maybe even if they do. Actually, those are +3 armor SCVs against +1 attack Lings. But I think Dark is doing it here. Maru. Oh, we do have the Ghosts getting their lock-ons broken. +2 melee nearly done. Oh, the Burrow Ling play. So nice. Nidus Worm finally getting cleaned up in a natural, but Dark has got Maru on the ropes. So much Lingbane in the middle of the map here. Oh, there's a Burrowed Infestor. Oh, and he's got Neural Parasite. Oh my god. It just now has energy for Neural. Wait, no, he doesn't have Neural yet. Oh, it's being researched. Oh, if he can get the EMP. Scans are... Oh my god. Will this missile turret complete in time? Oh, if he can get the EMP. The Neural EMP. Missile turret is so close to completing. But Neural Parasite almost done too. There is going to be a bunch of Lingbane flooding on forward. Oh, the Infestor gets found. Just as Neural Parasite completes. Dark not going to be able to make that move happen. That can oftentimes be a kill move. If you knock out all the ghost energy. They can't snipe. They can't cloak. They're just glorified Super Marines. Oh my god, I can't believe that missile turret finished up at the last second. That was so close. But Maru, I don't think he can be pushing. He is kind of trapped on 4 bases. And he does have Blue Flame for his Hellbats. But this is so much Lingbane. There are no Widow Mines. Oh, there's the Neural Parasite. Huge! He gets the EMP. Oh, so well done from Dark. Even though he didn't get it with the first Infestor, he gets a snipe now on another Ghost. Meanwhile, Ling's coming in on the bottom side. So sick from Dark. He gets the tanks exposed. Will jump them in the middle of the map. The 1-2 punch from Dark coming in, and I think this is going to be too much for Maru to handle. Lingbane on the attempted 5th base, going to blow up the mineral line. Dark will get pushed back for the moment, but he has done crippling damage to his opponent. Another Burrowed Ling setup on the right side. I think this might be the lifted main command center. How many orbitals do we have? There are 4. That is the lifted main command center. Oh. Oh my god, did you just get another one? He did. Oh, and another Neural Parasite. He steals a Ghost. He's going to walk it into his own army because it didn't have energy. That was another emptying of the energy here. Dark's got this one. What a masterclass of spellcasting. And the Hellbats, oh, they almost have +3 weapons, but not quite, which means they won't quite one-shot the Lings. So these Lings will deal with them just before the +3 vehicle weapons completes, and that's going to lead to a ton of dead SCVs. Maru still has a competitive army supply and a really strong army, but I don't think he can do enough with it. Dark. Oh, he's going to get in with even more Lingbane here. Oh, well... Didn't quite kill that tank. It ends up being pretty expensive. Neural Parasite on the siege tank, but a scan comes down. Dark. I feel like he can just flood this with Lingbane, but he's playing it very carefully, and I don't blame him. This is Maru we're talking about. And now another Ling counterattack coming on in. Oh, simulation successful. Nope. Got taken down. SCV is going to fall. The siege tanks are going to fall at home. And I think Dark is just doing it. Maru, he doesn't want to accept that the writing is on the wall, but it is. Oh, he steals the siege tank. And it gets taken down again, but it doesn't matter. There's too much here for Dark. Maru will tap out, and Dark evens the series at 2 apiece. God, we got a banger on our hands. All right, here we go. Game number 5. Spawning down in the bottom right for Dragon Kites Gaming. It is Dark. In the red. And his opponent. Spawning up in the top left for Onside Gaming. It is Maru. In the blue. Man, Dark so good in that one. So good. Really showing how it's done in game number 4. The Roach Ravager play, so good. God damn, I'm just really impressed. I am just really impressed. Now, 2 Rax Reaper once again. Grespon. Altitude is a really good map for turtling, but it's also a little bit difficult to take the 5th base with the setup that Dark had. Yeah, that setup that Dark was going for with the Roach Ravager. Now, Maru, he will have a much easier time taking a 4th base on Grespon. So if it does end up going long, which there's a very good chance of that, well, actually hold that thought entirely, because we got a 3 Rax Reaper. Maru didn't get much done with this in game number 1, but this could catch Dark unawares. This is a surprising move to go for, because Grespon is such a good map for going to the late game. Ooh, Dark, nice save right there on the drone. Does get the handy-dandy Spore Crawler morph. Dark didn't see the third barracks just yet, but, and actually he didn't, hang on, he hasn't seen much. He doesn't know what this is yet. Fortunately for Dark, he did get a very quick ling speed once again, really prioritizing that heavily. And that is a good move against the 3 Rax Reaper, for sure. Dark, okay, he sees that Reapers are still being built. How many Reapers is it? 6 Reapers? And it's going to be Tech Lab in the main base, double reactor at the front. Oh, that was a okay, yeah, he got the cancel. I was like, he definitely canceled that, right? For sure. Yeah. Ooh, we are going to see a big dive. This is a big overcommitment from Maru. Dark. Oh my god, those Reapers had no business getting out of there. Yo, somebody called the council. That was illegal. We got to get the Zerg Cabal on the line. That should not have been able to happen. And that actually could have a huge impact on the game, because we got a Ling Bane all in coming in from Dark. I am actually blown away that just happened. By the way, Maru's supply blocked. That's going to block 2 Marines coming out, and that's a big deal. He does have the command center finishing on up. That actually, that had no business going the way that it did. Ooh, Dark. Oh, he's not going to be able to get the takedown here. This is just a 2-base Ling Bane all in. This is a full commit. If Maru wins this, and it's because those Reapers got away, I would be molding as the Zerg player. But we'll see. We'll see. This is still going to be very strong, very scary. Ooh, these Reapers are being a nuisance. Oh, Maru. Okay. He did start to move out. He will lose the reactor here. Marines, can they target down the Banes? They need to. SCV's trying to be pulled. 1 Bane goes down. 2 Banes go down. 3rd one is still alive. It will be the wraparound on the Marines, and that will be the whole Marine army getting taken down, but the Reapers are still alive. No, it shouldn't be enough. Yeah, there's too much. There's too much. Dark is going to take this one down with the Lingbane all in. Reaper grease be damned. Doesn't matter how much you grease up the Reapers. You still need to see the Lingbane all in coming. And Dark takes game number 5. Puts himself on match point. All right, here we go. Game number 6. Spawning down in the bottom left for Dragon Kitesy Gaming. Looking to close out the series. It is Dark. And his opponent getting shamboozled in a previous game. For Onside Gaming, it is Maru. No amount of Reaper grease was able to get him the dub there. And I will say, this Lingbane play, this Lingbane all-in, does feel like maybe it's a bit of a vulnerability with the 2 Racks Reaper. Now, obviously, that was a 3 Racks Reaper play. And Maru transitioned quite quickly. And he didn't see what was up. He didn't see what was going on. But if Maru scouts that, if he figures out what's going on, he can build a bunker. He should have been just fine, you know? Now, Dark does go for a pool first here. Is this going to be a quick Roach Warren? Ooh, I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Yes, it will. And this is Dark's new variant of the 5 Roach Rush that he loves so much. And that is to say that he instantly goes for the Roach Warren. He used to build 6 Lings, and he used to then go for the Roach Warren. Now he goes Roach Warren first. Actually, it's gone through a couple of phases of evolution. So the very first one was what I'm describing, where it was 4 or 6 Lings, and then he would build the Roach Warren. Then he started trying out a Queen first Roach Warren, which was pretty good. Quite good. But now he has switched it up again, and it is Roach Warren first, then 2 Lings, then the Queen. And it's pretty nifty. I like that he keeps iterating on it. It does give you a lot of options in terms of what you can do. Maru does drop the reactors here and will find these roaches. So now he knows what's up. Does he build the bunker out front of the base? If he doesn't, these add-ons are going to be in big danger. Okay, there it is. There it is. The Reaper does deny the Lings that wanted to get in here. Now, this bunker, I think this bunker is just too late. He won't be able to get this up. This is way too late. He saw this too late. He reacted too late. Uh-oh. And that means the SCV gets sniped. Dark is starting up Ling speed. He's going for the all-in with this. Concussive Shell is going to start up. And we've got a Marauder being built. I'm very scared for Maru right now. He can't even afford to build an orbital command. He's building a 4th barracks. He really needs that orbital, actually. That's a problem. But he is facing an all-in. And Concussive Shells is going to be handy. He's got to be careful, though. He may not anticipate how quick Ling speed is behind this, because Dark usually goes for Ravagers. And he did build 1. But it would usually be like 3 Ravagers in this situation. Oh, Dark, not on the high ground for a moment. Oh my god, he barely saved that Overlord. That would have supply blocked him. This is Maru's tournament life on the line. This is Dark going for the championship right here. Oh, scan comes down. And this is, once again, this is single orbital. Another Ravager morphs on in. Ling speed is going to complete. The bunker in the natural could be the saving grace for Maru. Stim will absolutely get denied. Dark is trying to draw his opponent out. Ooh, the Marauders do find one of these Ravagers. Corrosive Biles will force back the SCVs. That denies Stim, and that temporarily opens up the path. Corrosive Biles kill the Tech Lab. No cancel. Reapers on the other side of the map. Ooh, one of them does go down, but he sees that there's no drones at the natural, and he does set up an additional wall behind this and a second bunker. Reactor is going to go down. We got 2 drones going down for the other Reaper, but Dark, when does he pull the trigger? He's going to go now, but the body block. Oh, will it be good enough? There is no wall to keep this alive. Corrosive Bile going to get... No, he actually steps back into it, but doesn't even matter. Dark, he needs to break through. Maru just needs to hold. This is a massive worker lead for Maru. The thing is, Ravagers can slow siege this, and there's no stim. Oh, that barracks was too late to land. Lane's going to flood into the main base. Oh, this is looking very rough for Maru. Dark, can he take down this bunker? The repair? Oh, just barely going to be enough to keep it alive for the moment, but it will eventually go down. Lane's in the main. They're going to get cleaned up here very efficiently by Maru. And Dark, he's going to tap out. Maru makes the hold. We're going to game 7, baby. Very well done by Maru. Well, here we go. Couldn't have drawn it up better if I'd scripted it myself. Spawning down in the bottom right for Dragon Kites Gaming, it is Dark. In the red. And his opponent spawning up at the top left for Onside Gaming, it is Maru. In the blue. And we have got ourselves a low ground supply depot once again. Dark trying for the all-in there. We have seen a massive variety of strategies across this series. We've got Ling Bane all-in. We've got that Roach Ravager Ling all-in. Basically off one base. We had Maru going for 3 racks Reaper twice. We had the Hellbat Marine push with the Hellbat Widowmine push combo. We had mine drops in game number 1. Like, we have had so many different builds. I am just enthused for this game number 7, and Babylon is a great map to close it out. This is a map that is good for splitting. This is a map that has a lot of plays to make. You can do slow pushes. You can do fast pushes as the Terran. You can do big 3-base commitments. And you can play for the long game. Now, we've got something very interesting out of Dark. He is going for a hatch pool hatch. And Maru is mixing it up. This is actually so good for Dark right now. Maru has opened up Marine first once again. And I believe he wants to go for the snipe on the Overlord. And he is going to be sorely disappointed that the Overlord is not there. Oh, nope, he's not going to do it. Okay. Will be a second barracks first. Ooh, can Maru find this Overlord? Yes, he can. Can he kill it? No. He's not going to be able to get it. Not even going to be able to get damage on it. And Dark sees the Marines. He's going to be like, okay. And now he knows what's up. And it's a quick bunker. This is for safety against that 5-roach play. If it was the 5-roach play and you didn't build the bunker, you're dead. Oh, Dark so close to scouting the second barracks. It is going to be, oh wow, it is going to be 4 barracks off of this 1 racks expand. Oh man, talking about varying up strategies and different plays. This is a big varied play. And Dark, if he plays gasless for too long, he could just get run over by a huge stim bio push. And as it stands right now, he does not have the information to know that he'll need to take his gases a little bit earlier. Oh, this could be very scary. We're going to pay really close attention to when those gases go down for Dark. For now, he is going to be pumping drones. And we saw in game number, what was that, game number 4? That Dark's economy was explosive off of the gasless setup. When you can get away with it, it puts you into a massively advantageous position. But sometimes you can't get away with it. Sometimes you get caught a little bit too greedy. Marines are going to move through. Oh, Dark sees. It's just a fake out. There's the stim. There's the combat shields on the way. Is this going to be an SCV pull? It is double gas, so probably not. Dark, for his part, is adding on the Roach Warren, is getting up into a second and third gas. So as far as being caught playing gasless for too long, I don't think we're going to see that. But he needs to figure out that this push is coming. He does not know about these Marines. Dark needs the scouting information, and he has not gotten it yet. Maru doing a good job of keeping the Overlord at bay, but Dark hasn't seen anything. He's got Lings all over the map. He's got good creep spread. He still doesn't know what's happening. Oh, there was no wall there. That's funny. Oh, yeah, because he salvaged the bunker. Okay, that makes sense. Behind this, factory, single engineering bay. Dark. Oh, Maru. I don't think he knew about the Overlord, but oh my God. He knows about it now. It was out of position, which means the Marines can sneak around. There is this Ling on the left side, though. Oh, that Ling, the MVP. And now Roaches. They were already started up. Oh, my God. Seeing that number of Marines, it has to be a frontal push. It can't be a drop. Oh, the creep spread from Dark going to help out a lot here. We will see a scan. Stim is done, as is combat shields. But with the number of Queens and Roaches with their 1 base armor, that is going to be good. Good transfuse from Dark right away. Oh, he keeps the Queens and Roaches alive for a while. Maru is getting it on top of the ramp, though. Will burn through some of these Queens, and he's able to outrun some of these units. But Maru already using most of his stim. Dark pulling the drones very quickly. And he's able to save the majority of everything. And now Maru, look at the supplies. He is very far down in supply. That was not enough. Maru. That was barely cost efficient. It might have looked good because a few drones went down. No, that was good for Dark. That was extremely good for Dark. And even with that little slowdown to his economy, Dark still gets up to a fantastic drone count at a really good timing. He's got a 4th base on the way. This is looking very good for Dark. Very scary for Maru right now. That scouting Ling on the left side was literally championship saving. If Dark droned just a little bit more and the Queens were a little bit more out of position, Maru can potentially get he maybe just gets into the natural and guns down 20 drones. And then still takes a cost-efficient trade, kills 6 Queens, and all of a sudden we're talking about how Maru has to just basically do a regular-ass push to win the game. But now it is Dark who is in firm control of this one. Maru still has cards to play, but he is going to be... He's on the back foot, for sure. Now, Maru behind this, speaking of cards to play, it is going to be an 8 racks. Hasn't even landed his 3rd base yet, though. And Maru, or rather Dark, I should say, is already mining from his 4th. Hive on the way. Bane's speed is going to be really fast here, too. We do see a good amount of creep getting cleared up. So that's something. Oh, we even have the double infestors. I love these mid-game double infestor plays from Dark. I think they're excellent. I think they're just great. You don't get the pathogen glands, but you're able to fungal growth and kill these double medevac plays. Really cool stuff. Oh, look at that. Dark snipes down a Marine. Ooh, I think the scan found the infestor. Good job from Maru there. Dark, of course, did knock down these rocks, but he still doesn't have vision over them. Maru not going to be able to get too much done on the top side. And he does scan the main base, sees that there is a hive done. That is not going to spark joy. Meanwhile, Dark immediately... Oh, there's the fungal growth. Oh, he's going to get every Marine, and he gets a medevac. Oh, well, 1 Marine gets away, but that was really good for Dark. Loses 4 drones somewhere. Still, this is looking really good for Dark. He did use up both of his fungals, of course. Oh, look at that. Scan kills a single creep tumor off of the single Marine. Ooh, we're going to see a big siege tank push on the top side. Viper's not out yet, but Dark does have Bane speed. Maru not even getting an armory. This is as all-in gets. 12 Marines at a time, 56 SCVs, big stim coming in, but there is a lot of medevac energy. Ooh, Maru. Okay, look at this. Dark gives up the base. And you know what? I actually like this. I like this in this situation. Did he contaminate? What? He did. Oh, sick play. Dark contaminating the tanks, but he loses the Viper from the fresh base. That's a huge pickoff. There is still one Viper on the field. And it is charging energy. The accidental swarm host. We've had it all this series. Oh, there's the big break attempt coming in from Dark. Oh, Maru, though, with a big concave. 2 of the tanks do go down. +1 melee, adrenal glands, and +2 carapace are actually getting very close. We've got fungal growth energy coming up again. Huge spread from Maru. Dark doesn't have enough to break this just yet. Fungal growth is going to be really good on the Marines. +1 melee about to complete. We got the Vipers charged up on energy. That contaminate was so clutch. Fungal growth. Oh, we are going to see a bunch of Marines getting taken down on the rally. Dark does still have a lot of stuff going for him. Blinding Cloud knocking out both of the tanks. Maru is going to be forced back. Dark able to take down both tanks now. There's only a handful of Marines crossing the map. It's 33 Marines, 11 medevacs. +2 carapace completes it down with upgrade lead for Dark. He is going to push this back. The medevacs emergency escape, but it's not looking good at all. Now the Baneling Nest, well, actually it didn't go down, but it's being preemptively rebuilt. Dark holds, and he is looking to be in a phenomenal position. Maru gonna try and go down to the bottom left side, but there are 4 bases still for Dark. I will say Dark's economy isn't massively ahead. Oh, but look at this. Queens in the main base. Vipers as well. Corrosive Biles do get dodged. Good job. But there's still no armory, which means there's still no 2-2, which means that chitinous plating with +2 armor ultras against almost pure Marine. The ultras are going to take years to die. Ling counterattack. I mean, it's really just scouting Ling's real, to be honest. We do have Vipers to deal with the Liberators. Vipers fully charged up. Maru, what can he do here? He is just pumping units on his 1-1 and hoping that Dark makes a big mistake. Hilarious. The Swarm Host waddles its idiot butt across the map. Oh, that's a lot of Overlords. Hang on. That is a lot of Overlords. Maru not really targeting here. But he will get the Infestation Pit. I would have liked to have seen Maru go after the Overlords there, but I suppose you got to assume that Dark's going to be maxed out anyways. Still, it would be nice to force some units to be rebuilt. As it is, I don't think Dark needs to rebuild the Infestation Pit. He just needs to hold, and he's got chitinous plating done. Oh, Dark gonna jump the army. Maru not ready for the fight. He's unsieged. Now he sieges up. Blinding Cloud is complete and total. Corrosive Bile is gonna find the Liberators. Ling's Banes swarming forward. Dark will take Game 7. And he will take the series in brilliant fashion. Fantastic work from Dark. He evens their lifetime series score at dead even. I believe that is, 23 apiece. Dark wins this one.
Congratulations.
일단 축하드립니다. 네.
감사합니다.
Yes, thank you.
지금 하고 있는 건가요, 인터뷰?
이제 시작할 것 같아요.
네.
You guys, we're doing the interview, right?
Yeah, if you guys are ready.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think he's ready too.
All right. So, congratulations. How was it fighting against Maru in the finals?
일단 승리 축하드리고요. 조성주 선수와의 또 풀세트 접전 끝에 또 우승하셨는데 지금 소감이 좀 어떠신가요?
우선 감사드리고 이제 성주랑 또 성주랑 결승에서 만났는데 역시 성주랑 만나면 항상 좀 힘든 승부가 되는 것 같고 오늘 좀 컨디션이 좋지 않아가지고 빌드 싸움을 좀 많이 걸었는데 운 좋게 많이 먹힌 것 같아요. 그래서 그게 승리의 요인이 된 것 같습니다.
So he says thank you, and obviously facing Maru again in the finals is actually very, very um, hectic and also very, very hard fought victory. And but I think this time I was lucky because knowing how hard it is to beat Maru, I tried to put on mind games and even early builds fights, you know. So I think that worked out pretty well for me, and in many cases. So I think that's the reason I won.
Dave, you have any questions for Dark?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, congratulations, and obviously thank you to Chicken Man, Dave Testa for organizing the KSL. Check out the Patreon. First of all, you should definitely do that. Korean StarCraft League. That's what it is on the Patreon, right? Yeah, Korean StarCraft League. First of all, yeah, congratulations. Going up against a player like Maru, when certain things that normally should work don't work, how do you kind of make certain adjustments? So like in game number 3 on Dragon Scales, it looked like you had him completely dead. He was in a lot of trouble, but he like ground his way back. How do you kind of recover mentally from that and then make the adjustments in the rest of the series?
일단은 그 조성주 선수의 대결을 항상 하다 보면 이게 조성주 선수가 정말 말도 안 되게 이렇게 상황을 좀 역전시킬 때가 있잖아요. 정말 이게 먹혀드는 것 같은데 조성주 선수가 이제 상황을 역전시키는 때가 많은데 특히나 이제 드래곤 스케일즈에서도 조성주 선수가 다 이제 죽은 줄 알았는데 갑자기 상황을 이렇게 막판에 역전시키는 그런 걸 보면서 혹시 좀 그거에 대해서 좀 멘탈적으로 어떻게 이제 회복을 하시는지, 그리고 만약에 그런 상황이 됐을 때 또 어떻게 그런 상황을 좀 극복하려고 하시는지, 그런 게 좀 궁금합니다.
일단 드래곤에서 사실 제가 9대1 경기라고 게임하면서도 알고 있었고 성주가 차력 쇼를 이제 소위 말해 차력 쇼를 잘하는 것도 있지만 제가 너무 신내다가 너무 좀
음,
콜라보 같거든요. 그래서
네.
그래서 지고 나서 와 이걸 어떻게 지지? 진짜 난 좀 사람이 아닌 것 같다라는 생각을 좀 했는데 그래도 이미 지나간 일이니까 다음 판 집중해서 잘 해보자 했는데 그 멘탈 깨진 게 3세트가 이제 알티튜드였거든요. 거기서도
네, 그죠.
영향이 좀 있어가지고 많이 좀 흔들렸던 것 같아요. 그래도 4세트였나? 거기서 좀 마음을 다잡았던 게 좀 다행히도 이기게 될 수 있었던 것 같습니다.
So he says, obviously, in that game, I knew I was really ahead. I knew it was a really, really winnable game for me. It was almost like 9-1. But feels like, I mean, obviously, he played really, really well. But still, I kind of overextended on my end. So I think that it gave the reason tomorrow to win over that map. And actually, that was game 2, actually. But still, that kind of affected me in the next game on the altitude as well. But I try to focus myself on the game after game, because obviously the second game I made a mistake, I screwed up, but still that's another game, and I have still a lot of games to perform and games to play as well. So I try to focus myself on the next games and so on. So after the game 4, I think I kind of recovered in that sense.
Very cool. On that note, do you like playing best of sevens? Is it nice to have so many games where messing up in one game is a little bit less important than in a best of 3 where one game is so much heavier of a weight?
이제 그런 점에 있어서 7전제가 좀 더 낫다고 생각하시나요? 왜냐면 이제 그런 실수를 저질렀을 때 아무래도 3전제 같은 경우에는 좀 그거를 좀 극복하기가 좀 더 어려울 텐데 이제 그래도 3전제를 하시는 게 나은지 아니면은 그냥 7전제를 하는 게 좀 더 도움이 되는지 그걸 좀 여쭤보고 싶네요.
저한테는 좀 7전제가 맞는 것 같아요. 왜냐면 3판 2선을
음,
했을 때 제가 만약에 첫 판을 좀 어이없게 져서 멘탈이 나가면 눈 감았다 뜨면 이제 3판 2선이 끝났거든요. 그런 경우가 좀 많아서 저는 개인적으로
네.
다전제를 좀 좋아하는 것 같아요.
So he says, I think I prefer best of sevens more than best of threes because if I screw up on one game in best of three, I think the whole series just goes with a blink of an eye. And I don't know. I mean, after like all these things ends, I don't recall like what actually just happened. So, in that sense, I think I prefer best of sevens than best of threes.
Very cool, Dave. You got
Yeah.
anything else before we let Dark go?
Absolutely. Oh man, I could ask so many questions, but obviously I'll keep it kind of tight. So the series obviously was a brilliant masterclass in mind games. Like you said, I was really, really impressed. Especially, I feel like that Game 6 build should have worked. That was really cheeky. I liked that a lot. So, no question. I'm just saying, very impressive. Well done. And I really thought it was going to work. If it wasn't for that cheeky bunker in the back, probably would have. But moving to the balance patch, the community balance patch, I saw you talking about how you don't want to play Terran. I translated one of the messages. Obviously, the Cyclone is it's in a weird place right now, but what are your thoughts on the balance patch overall?
What do you mean? You get like he said, hate to play against her.
No, I think it was joking, but he was like, I don't want to switch to Terran, like playing as
Oh,
Terran if the Cyclone goes through. I think it was a joke, but it was also maybe it wasn't. I don't know. That's the question too.
okay. 일단은 그 6세트에서 정말 그 통할 뻔했던 그 빌드도 그렇고 정말 이번에 심리전 정말 대단했는데 그 점에서 특히나 그 6세트는 정말 저는 그냥 다 이거 통할 거라고 생각했는데 그 벙커 하나 때문에 일단은 그게 좀 아쉽고 뭐 정말 엄청나게 이제 대단한 이제 심리전을 다 보여주셨는데 그걸 제쳐두고서 아까 게임 하실 때 조성주 선수와 이제 잠시 얘기를 좀 하실 때 자신이 지금 밸런스 패치가 이대로 가게 되면 어 테란 종변 안 할 거다 이렇게 일단 얘기를 하셨다고 하더라고요. 그래서 이번에 사이클론 때문에 그런 건지 뭐 때문에 일단은 그런 얘기를 하셨는지가 조금 궁금하긴 하네요. 네.
저랑 성주랑요?
네네네네.
그런 얘기를 언제 했지?
뭐
어,
모르겠네요. 그러니까 뭐 잠깐 이제 그 다른 곳에서 이제 들어오셨는지 모르겠는데 네. 뭐 그런 얘기가 나왔다고 하길래 그-
아, 근데 뭐 그와 별개로 이제 지금 밸런스 패치 때문에 좀 이제 핫하잖아요. 뭐
네네네.
여러 가지 문제도 있고, 근데 제가 그 패치 버전으로 진행되는 토너먼트를 봤는데 이제 클램 대 솔라였거든요. 근데
아,
제가
네네.
제가 경기를 하는 게 아니었는데 제가 마음이 상하더라고요. 그 사이클론을 보고. 어,
아,
제가 사이클론이 만약에 이따위로 나오면 과연 이제 저거를 할 수 있을까라는 생각을 좀 개인적으로 했습니다.
패저전을 하기가 싫어진다.
그쵸.
아, 알겠습니다. So he says, actually, I kind of sad about that because that actually came out from Clem versus Solar, obviously from the Balance Patch Tournament Finals. Even though I didn't play it, but seeing Clem obliterate Solar actually made me feel a lot painful as well. I mean, that Cyclone was just obnoxious, to be honest. And in that sense, I said that because I wouldn't want to face Terran as a Zerg if that patch comes through like that.
That makes sense. I think a lot of people are feeling that sentiment right now.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'll ask one more question. With patches coming in, what Zerg unit would you like to see get a buff?
이제 패치 그래도 이제 얘기가 나왔으니까 이제 질문 드릴 텐데 그래도 저그 유닛 중에서 이것만큼은 좀 버프가 좀 됐으면 좋겠다는 유닛이 있나요?
이것만큼
이것만큼은 좀
어,
버프가 됐으면 좋겠다.
좀 필요하다고 생각되는 거는 이제 역시나 그 친구 있잖아요. 울트라 리스크.
아, 아, 예,
네.
유명하죠. 예,
네네네. 그 친구가 좀 도움의 손길이 필요하지 않나라는 생각을 좀 합니다.
알겠습니다. So is that there's a thing called Ultralisk that I think that needs a buff urgently.
Yep. Hard to disagree. We don't see a lot of ultras come into play anymore.
hmm
All right, Dave. Let's get you one more question in, and then we'll let Dark go.
All right. What do we got? So if you could add then the burrow charge on the Ultralisk, do you think that would be a good move, or do you think that would be just silly and busted?
이제 마지막 질문인데요. 울트라에 대한 얘기를 한번 하셨으니까 그
네네.
울트라의 잠복돌진이라는 그 스킬 아시나요? 그
아,
캠페인에?
네네네. 네네.
만약에 그게 이제 레더로 들어온다면 좀 어떨 것 같나요? 그건 좀 너무 이제 사기일까요?
어, 재미는 있을 것 같은데, 진짜 지금 사이클론급으로 사기가 되지 않을까라는 생각을 좀 합니다.
아, 그것까지 바란 거 너무 양심이 없는 것 같다.
그쵸. 저는 좀 양심이 있는 사람이기 때문에 그 정도까지는 바라지 않고요. 그냥
어,
살짝만 좀 이렇게 도움 줬으면 좋겠다는 생각을 좀 해요.
알겠습니다. Um, he says, I wouldn't get too greedy. I mean, if that comes out like that, if the burrow charge comes in, it would be a lot fun to play. It's going to be a lot funnier to play, but I think it would be a lot OP, like as a cyclone patch, like right now. So so I think actually I'm a really realistic person, so I wouldn't I wouldn't get too much greedy on that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, well, Dark, congratulations again. Thank you so much for playing. Those are some fantastic games, and I hope to see you continuing to crush the Terrans in the rest of the year.
이렇게 플레이해 주셔서 정말 감사드리고요. 앞으로도 이렇게 또 테란 선수들을 또 짓밟으면서 좋은 활약 부탁드리겠습니다.
네네. 감사합니다. 감사합니다. 땡큐.
Thank you. 감사합니다.
And thank you, Maddox. Thank you, Steadfast. Much love to you guys.
And if you enjoyed that series, my God, then it just means you love StarCraft. And if you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the flip side.